What up, everybody? Mr. Confident in the house. Lower State Records. We're doing a little bit of fishing this evening. Figured I would try to do a live and do a little bit of fishing. All it's been doing is raining, so it's finally cooling everything down. We're gonna check and see if the fish are biting today. We're gonna use a big old wad of night crawlers. See if we can land us some nice sized catfish today. Man, I think a couple came off the hook. What's going on, Jay? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Matthew. Thank you, man. Yeah, catfishing. You know it. That's all I'm about right now. Doing some catfishing. But I'll catch whatever bites. I'll be happy with it. Lake fishing over here in South Carolina. About 30 minutes from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hey, that one horse. Thanks for tuning in. Just got out here, just got set up. We're getting set up right now. So we're gonna see what's biting. The biggest fish I caught is a 78-pound amberjack, and that was in the ocean. I'm using night crawlers and red worms. Yeah, the biggest fish I caught was a 78-pound amberjack in the ocean, and then the next biggest fish I caught is probably like a 60-pound flathead catfish. But I have caught a 72-pound king mackerel also off the Cherry Grove Pier in North Myrtle Beach. I usually only use 2 poles, but today I'm using 3. Fishing with Jordan, what's up? Rock, what's up? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catfishing today here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Fred Corn, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we can catch us something. I'm just getting set up, just getting the poles out there. So we're about to find out if we're gonna get any fish or not. Nah, hadn't got anything yet. But hopefully here soon, because it just got through raining. It's been raining all day. It's been hot as hell here for the last 2 weeks, in the hundreds. High humidity, just I've had to change 3 or 4 times every day working. But it's finally cooled down. The rain's got it cooled down, so I'm hoping the fish will bite. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of excited. I have a feeling something's gonna bite this evening. What's going on, Lane? Thanks for tuning in. We're out here fishing for catfish today in South Carolina. About 30 minutes outside of Myrtle Beach. Over more close to Conway, South Carolina. One day you need to come to Norway to fish. It's so fun. I would love to, man. I want to fish all over the world, really. That's my goal. I would love to do that, is just travel all over the world and fish. There's like a huge group of bass right here in front of me right now swimming by. I'd say about 10, 12 bass just swim by. All of them probably about 12 inches long. So that's good to see. That means they're moving around. I might actually try a fake worm, but I would love to come to Norway one day. What kind of fish do y'all do there? Saltwater, or is it freshwater? You do both? My goal is to one day catch a bass and a bluegill and catfish, but I live in Norway, so there is none of them. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I like catching all the time. I love catching them. That's mostly what I fish for, is the bluegill and the catfish. And I'll bass fish here and there, but I try to do that in the spring and the fall. When you ever caught a oh yeah, I've caught a hammerhead shark, a sand shark, a lemon shark, a couple other different species of sharks I've caught. I've caught a few different sharks. My son actually landed a shark. It was a bull shark. I'd say it was probably about a good 70, 80 pounds. Very powerful too. He got him to the edge and I got in the water to grab him to try to get him up on the land. He took his tail and knocked me right off my feet. So those sharks are powerful. salmon, trout, cod. Oh yeah, we have those type of fish here too, but yeah, I don't ever get to really fish for them that much. I would love to come there and fish though, just to see something different and be somewhere different, you know. That's what I'm working on, is a YouTube channel where I can go around, travel around, and video me fishing, and that's really what I want to turn over to doing. Because right now I'm in a scrap metal company. That's hard work. Called a great white in Florida. Fred Corn caught a great white in Florida. Yeah, that would be awesome to catch a great white. How big was that great white, and how much did he weigh? There's so many fish, but I can't remember them all. It's probably like 200 species of fish. Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of fish. There's a lot of species of fish here too. I don't know them all, but there's a lot of different species. We also have alligators here, so gotta watch out for them. The rule of thumb is in South Carolina, if there's anything with water, there could be an alligator in it. Just like Florida. I mean, it might not be quite as bad as Florida, but it's pretty close. Yeah, red corn about 100 pounds. Dang, that's a big old shark, 100 pounds, yeah. That 70-pound shark that my son landed was pretty big, so I can imagine that. 100 pounds, that's another 20 pounds. That's a big old shark. I've always caught like 5 foot, 4 foot sharks, 5 foot sharks. Just nothing crazy to brag about. My son caught bigger sharks than I caught. But I've never really done a lot of shark fishing. I've always tried to not catch sharks and draw their attention, because sometimes when I go fish in the ocean, I'm fishing for fish that I want to eat myself. And if you got sharks coming around, you might as well hang it up. You ain't catching nothing else. Kevin, hello, man. From England. You do any fishing in England? And what kind of fish do you do? On the Hunt 365. What's up, man? Thanks for joining in. Dick Byron, you like to eat yellowtail? Yeah, yellowtail's great. That's a good fish to eat. Crap, yeah, carp fishing. I've caught a carp. Now, I did catch a carp almost as long as me, and that thing was fun to fight. But you can't eat them, but they're fun to catch. I always wanted to try to do that crossbow fishing with for the gar, the alligator gar. I'm catfishing and fishing for bluegill right now, but I might try to start trying to catch some bass here in a few minutes. I feel like if I throw a spinner bait out there, I might have some luck. I like triggerfish. Triggerfish, I don't know if anybody's ever had triggerfish in the ocean, but yeah, Triggerfish is a good fish. Peace out, fishing with Jordan. Thanks for joining in. Hit the subscribe button and I'll subscribe back. Thanks. Yeah, and that goes to anybody that subscribes to my channel. I'm gonna subscribe to you back and check out your videos, and I'll like your videos. You like my videos, I'll like your videos. You like one of mine, you like 10 of mine, I'm gonna like 10 of yours. That's just the way it works for me. Peace out, thanks. Appreciate that. Jalon Milner. How's it going, Jalon? Thanks for joining in. Doing a little bit of catfishing over here in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. Daniel does hunting, big fish. Oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to catch. I want to catch a big catfish. Okay, man, take care. I've been sub to you, I can't do it again. Thank you, Josie J, and I'll go check you out. I'll make sure I go and check you out after here. Sometimes I get a lot of people messaging me, and I own businesses. I got a lot going on, so. But yes, I will definitely. Anybody on this live that tunes in, subscribes to me, I'm gonna get you. I got you. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what we all want. I want to just chill and fish. I've worked hard my whole life. I got married when I was 15 and had my first kid when I was 16. And now that I'm older and I've raised most, I still have a couple at home. I want to get out there and try to catch some fish and get it on video. And if I can make a channel and get paid for it, start getting paid for it, I'm down. Only thing is we need to catch some fish. I want to catch some fish. Something needs to bite. I'm about to check bait on the other two poles I got set up. Yeah, it is a really cool place to fish. I'm trying to get it in as much as I can because they're developing everything and they're cutting all the woods down. I don't know if you guys could see it, but this side of the pond and all is beautiful. But then once I turn over here, I don't know if you probably really can't see, but up at the top of that hill, there's a fence, and they're tearing all the trees down all the way around this pond to put a housing development and condos, and it sucks. This place has been here surrounded by woods for 22 years, 23 years. And I stocked it maybe 23 years ago with a bunch of catfish and other fish that we took from another pond to save all those because that pond had to get filled in. But thank goodness they're not closing the pond in, so all the fish and the stuff that lives in it's going to be here. But they're probably not going to let me fish in it anymore once they get it built. Yeah, thanks. I hope it pays off too. We'll see what happens. That's all we can do is try. But at least, even if it don't, I'm doing what I love to do. I love to fish, so. What about you guys? You do much fishing? What kind of fish do you guys fish for? Yeah, carp. Yeah, carp's fun. Yeah, I enjoy catching carp. That's a fun fish to catch. They fight. They put up a really good fight. Whenever you carp fish, do you use artificial bait for carp fishing, or do you use live bait, or what do you use for carp fishing? Because the one time that I was catching carp was in a big old pond like this, and I was fishing for catfish, but I kept on catching carp, and I was just using these night crawlers. But I always thought that carp was like like a vegetarian. River fish the weekends. Yeah, I like river fishing too, but the daggone is all it's done is rain every evening for a while now, and the river's so high you can't even go fishing there. I've never been carp fishing, no bass fish. Yeah, bass fishing, that's fun. I mean, that's active. You gotta walk around. You gotta do a lot of walking and a lot of throwing the reel out, trying different baits. It's a technique to it too, because you gotta figure out how that fish is biting, what he's biting on. He might go after certain colors better than others. He might go after a worm better than a crawfish or a fake beetle spin, or you got to know the weather and the temperature of the water, and there's a lot to it. There's a lot to bass fishing. There really is. Be safe out there at the store. Thanks for tuning in. And yes, I'm gonna go check you out. I promise I will. I will get you for sure. But be safe out there, and thank you so much for tuning in. And you can always just jump on my page and check it out if we catch anything. The live will be posted up, but then I'm also gonna shoot videos in between and put up different pictures and different videos and stuff of the different fish that I catch. So hopefully something will start biting here soon, and well, I'll post some stuff up. But yeah, check it out. Be safe out there on your way to the store. Bass is also a good fish to eat. I love eating bass. Oh, a big fish just hit the top of the water right over there. You can see where the current is. So something might bite here soon. We'll see. Them birds sound like a bunch of squeaky toys. Worm there. I got a big old circle hook on here, so if I land one, he's gonna be big. What's up, Mr. Marshall? Thanks for tuning in. Out here doing a little bit of catfishing, bluegill fishing, fishing for whatever bites, as long as it ain't a turtle. Big channel cats. Yeah, hopefully I can get one of them big channel cats. That's what I'm waiting for. Yeah, it's so peaceful and quiet out here. That's worth coming out here just by itself. Fishing is a pastime that is usually enjoyable. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. What about you, Mr. Marshall? Do you fish? What type of fish do you fish for? And what's the biggest bass you've ever caught? Daniel. Sorry guys, I have to keep looking in because my eyes are getting bad. Gamer 8 pounds. Yeah, that's a nice one. I don't think I've caught an 8-pound bass. The biggest bass I might have caught is maybe 6 pounds, 6.5 pounds. That's probably the biggest one I've caught. But I've never really done a lot of bass fishing. A lot of times when I caught those bass, I wasn't even trying to fish for those bass. I was using artificial spinner bait or something like that. I caught a pretty good sized bass when I was younger on a moth, a big moth that was flying around a light, and I caught him when he fell on the ground and he wasn't getting off the ground. So I caught him and I took him fishing the next day and I hooked him in the back, and I didn't use a lead weight, and I just threw him out there and he flapped on the water and I caught him. I don't know how big that bass was. He may have been more than 6 pounds, but it was a pretty good sized bass. In the UK, so there's no bass. Sad, okay, yeah. Yeah, is there any other kind of fish than carp in the UK, or? Caught a 9-pounder. Yeah, a 9-pounder, yeah, I know somebody that's caught a 10-pound bass off of a top water, broken back, like a plug. And you just throw it out there and it floats on the top and the back like moves back and forth. That was pretty cool. B2 Bomber fan, what's up? Thanks for joining in. We was just talking about fishing and what kind of fish that we fish for if we go fishing and what we catch. Uh, what kind of fish? I'm fishing for catfish and bluegill, uh, bass, whatever really is biting. What type of fish do you fish for when you fish? B2 bomber. Oh, my 8-pounder with a whooper plopper. Oh yeah, I heard of them. I think I may have one of those, a whooper plopper. I'm not sure. I did buy this really cool looking frog. Let me see if I can find it. I don't even have much bass stuff with me today, but ooh, my line's tight over there. My one line's tight over there. Something might be bumping on it. But anyways, I bought this fake frog to use to try to catch a bass with it. I don't know if you ever used one of these before. It's all but bluegill. Caught a 10-pound RT fishing. I caught a 10-pound catfish yesterday. Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. What type of catfish? Do you know what type of catfish that was? And I have caught a 45-pound catfish. Yeah, that's a good sized catfish. I'll call it a sturgeon. Oh, let me go check this line real quick. Something got my bait. Something's just bit. And a 39.8-pound carp. Yeah, that's a big carp. I've never caught a carp in my life. Yeah, they're fun to catch. I have caught carp. farmer? No, I do. Oh, what's up, Jet Green? Thanks for tuning in. What's up, Caden Fire Gamer? Sigma. Have caught a 9-pound pike. Oh yeah, I've heard of pike, but I've never caught a pike. They're like northern fish, I think. I mean, they could be in the south. I just know that I've never caught one, so I don't know. Uh-oh. Well, I don't know. My line was just moving, but I think a turtle just swam over top of it. We got something taking the bait, so that's a little more action than we had earlier. TJ the Gamer, yeah, you get a shout out. Thanks for tuning in. I know what I like. I like fish. I'm ready to eat some. Yeah, that water's still, yeah. It's a beautiful lake. It's pretty good size. Kind of let y'all get a view of it. See, they got houses down there on the end. Then they're just gonna start building them all down this way. Peace out. Thanks for joining in. Hit subscribe, and I'll hit subscribe to you. Yeah, you got that right. They don't understand. But some women love to fish too. I got a couple sisters, they like to fish. Thanks, Emmer. Hopefully I catch something. Oh, we got something. We got something, guys. We got us one. We got us one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got us one. Oh, yeah. Fighting pretty good, too. Oh, yeah. I love that sound. Isn't that such an awesome sound? Where do you guys see the size of this bluegill? He's a monster. Check out this bad boy right here. Look how fat that bluegill is. That thing's a beast. Yeah, that's what we want to catch right there. That's dinner right there, baby. Bigger than my hand. Bigger than my head. That's what we're here for, baby. This is what we're here for. I had to make me a little homemade stringer out of some string. But yeah, he's a pretty nice fish right there. That's good. We need a couple more of them and we'll be loving it. Big bluegill fishing, baby. That's what we talking about. Big fishing. Let's get us some more worm on this hook. LJ Fishing. What's going on, LJ? Thanks for tuning in. Brandon Vinson. Hey, thanks. Is that a common size bluegill for that lake? It must be, because that's about the size of the ones that I've been catching. I did catch one that was like 3.5 pounds out of here. If he would have been a half a pound more, I could have got a record. But for the state. How's it going, Jack Green? We're out here fishing today with night crawlers. South Carolina, about 30 minutes from Myrtle Beach. Trying to catch catfish and bluegill. That's what we're using for bait. The OG Mister. Thanks for tuning in. What's up? Headless Dion H. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Brizzy. What's good, my friend? The lake is in Long, South Carolina. About 30 minutes from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. What's Meme Factory? Meme Factory. Thanks for tuning in. I'm fishing for catfish and bluegill. Just actually caught a pretty nice one. You can probably see them floating over there, shining. I'll bring them out of the water here in a second and show them to you. About to throw this out real quick and see if we can get another one. But yeah, I'll show you the one that I just caught. This is the bluegill that I just caught. Anybody that didn't see it already, look how fat that bluegill is. It's a hybrid. It's an actual like a shell crappie or like a crappie mixed with a bluegill. Got any bass fishing tips? Well, it just depends on where you fishing at, where you from, and what type of climate you're fishing in. Really, the temperatures of the water. Bass typically bite on. I mean, sometimes they hit the top, certain times of the year, certain temperatures of the water, and sometimes they hit stuff on the bottom using artificial worms and spinner baits and stuff like that. So really, you just got to kind of get the feel of where you're at. Go out there, get a few different types of things. Get some bottom lures, get some topwater lures. Artificial worms are really good, but you know, really bright colored tails or long curly tails where they swim real well in the water. I got a few in here. Like these right here. These work really well. These work really well fishing for bass on the bottom. Also have these right here, these Goggin baits, and they're like little like skeleton, I don't know what you would call that, like a lizard or a salamander, something like that. They work really good for fishing on the bottom as well, whenever you're bass fishing. And then you got things like, it's kind of hard to see them in this pack or whatever. They're little small spinner baits. They'll have like a lead weight head on it with a little dot for an eye and then a small hook. And then you choose what one of these you want to put on that hook, and then you throw it out there and give it a try. Now, a lot of times this is fun catching bluegill with these. Also, they'll hit these spinner baits just as well as any kind of live bait. Then you also got these, like you could use for like, they're little short worms. Smaller fish go for them, but also big fish that go for them as well. It's called the gulp. They're really cool to use. I've used them in saltwater, actually catching redfish. I've caught redfish and spot tail fish in the saltwater with these. And then you also got plugs like these right here that you can try. And they kind of like dive down at the bottom and then come back up, and you can just try different techniques and different pulls. You got these guys that you could use for like top water. Throw it out on the top and the legs will bounce on the water like a frog swimming. The bass will tear these things up too sometimes. There's a diver that's a crawfish. It's supposed to mimic a crawfish the way he drags on the bottom. So you throw him out there and kind of let it kind of pull down on your rod and let it kind of go dive to the bottom, and just pull it really slow and stop for a second. Pull it really slow. The bass love that as well. But just try different plugs and see what works for you. You know, walk around and get the feel of it, and then remember what the temperature's like, what time of the year it is, and then remember what bait you're using and which one works. And then that'll kind of give you an idea of when to go and how to fish for them. But there's a lot to bass fishing. Do the hybrids like to feed on the bottom like a shell cracker? Yeah, they feed on the bottom just like a shell cracker. That's what I'm fishing on the bottom right now for catfish. And I got a hit. Got something. We got us one, guys. He feels big on here too. Yeah, this is a nice one right here. Yeah, we got us one. Yeah, we got us a good little pool right there. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's fighting good, boy. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, this is a nice one. Oh yeah, this is a nice one right here. Oh, look at this one. Oh, it's even bigger. This has got to be a 2-pounder, 2.5 pound bluegill hybrid, like mixed with crappie or shell cracker. But yeah, that's a beautiful fish right there. That makes 2 in a row right there in that same spot. So that must be where they're bedding at over there. Man, let's get him on the runner. Put him on the stringer. Yeah, that's a monster bluegill, guys. Coming up out this water. There's 2 in a row right there, back to back. Nice bluegill, look at those. Those are nice fish. You catch and release. Now these guys right here I'm actually catching. I'm gonna eat these. These are nice sized panfish. But yes, I do catch and release. If it's something that I think could get a lot bigger, I'm gonna let it go. And also, if I know, sometimes I just do it for fun. I just go out there for fun to catch them. And when I do that, I throw them back. But me and my neighbors are supposed to have a fish fry together. So I'm trying to round up whatever I can for the fish fry. And they're gonna go crazy when they see these bluegill. Yeah, they're still on beds here. They'll kind of stay on the beds throughout the summertime. in and out. And then during the fall and winter time and stuff like that, I don't know really what they do, where they go, but I know that right now they'll kind of nest up their bed on the bottom. It'll be kind of like a little crater on the bottom of the water, and they'll hang out right in the middle of that little crater. And then if anything lands in there, they go after it. A lot of times they'll spit it out, and then a lot of times they'll take it. Yeah, so since we're having a fish fry, I think if I catch at least five, six of those and a couple nice catfish, I think that'd be great. Yeah, I got 12 night crawlers and got 2 sunfish. Yeah, how big were the sunfish? Were they pretty good size? Trying to catch largemouth bass, but unsuccessful with the bait I had. Yeah, that's the thing about bass. You got to get the feel of them. You got to kind of know what they're going after. And definitely a technique to it. If I catch a small enough bluegill, I'm gonna put him on a big hook. I'm gonna throw him on the bottom and see if I can't catch a catfish, a real big catfish with him. I'm just waiting. Yeah, that bluegill, the way it was fighting, it kind of felt like a catfish. I thought I had a big old catfish on there. There's that bluegill. They put up a good little fight. That's what I like about fishing on the bottom. It's a mystery. You don't ever know what you're gonna pull up out there. 1 pounder yesterday and two today. Were pretty small. I think pretty new. First time I fished was yesterday. Where are you from? How's it going, 10-pound bass? Thanks for tuning in. We just caught a couple nice, pretty good sized bluegill. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're pretty good size. Big old fat bluegill. They're kind of like a bluegill mixed with a crappie. Oh yeah, that's a good fish to eat. That's why I'm keeping them. they've been back here in this pond surrounded by woods for 25, 22, 25 years, somewhere like that. So there's no telling how big the fish really are in this place. Now I gotta watch out for the turtles because they're gonna be trying to get on my fish. I'm gonna have to go up the hill in a few minutes. It's starting to get dark. I got a little bit more time, but I didn't bring my headset with me, so. Oh, we got a bite. We got something. Something was biting. I see a bunch of turtles diving down right there, so I feel like they found out where it landed. How's it going, Samuel? Tag. Took a little 10-pound bass. Oh, wow. 10-pound bass, yeah, that's nice. I'll have to go check your page out and check it out. If you have it posted up. Turtles, yeah, here come the turtles. Gotta watch them. Gotta watch them. I see my line loosen up over there. So I gotta watch it now. If it tightens up, we might have a bite. Football Productions. What's going on, Football Productions? Thanks for tuning in. Out here fishing today for bluegill and bass, or bluegill and catfish. If we get a bass, that'll be good. Caught a couple nice bluegill. Now the turtles done found them. So they're over here trying to get them, but yeah, check those guys out. They're really good size bluegill. Bluegill, it's like a hybrid, like a bluegill and a crappie mix. From Virginia, okay. Yeah, are you like in the mountains in Virginia? Or are you more towards the coast? Or like, what part of Virginia are you from? West Virginia mountain area, okay. Yeah, I used to live when I was a kid in Manassas, Virginia. And then we stayed somewhere in West Virginia also. My dad traveled around and did drywall. So we moved around to a bunch of different places. So I stayed in a lot of different states. But yeah, that's fun fishing in the mountains. Like, you fish for trout Football Productions, what type of fish you fish for? What kind of you like? Yeah, I was saying I'm gonna have to go up the hill in a few minutes right before it gets dark and get these lanterns my sister got me for fishing. I'm gonna stay a little bit after dark and see if we can catch a catfish. The rivers in Virginia, they're a little like more rocky and shallow than they are real deep. What's going on, Paul? Caught a couple nice bluegill. Yeah, check these bad boys out. Some fat, big old bluegill. Turtles hear them fish flapping. They're all, I can see them all on the bottom down there coming up. But as long as they're right here, I can see them. I know they ain't out there on the bottom where my hook is. How's it going, Glenn? Thanks for tuning in. I'm watching from Ontario. Okay, that's Canada. What type of fish do you fish for, if you do fish? And, what type of fish do you like? Do y'all have a lot of species of bass there? I mean, of all kinds of freshwater fish, or? Hey, Indica. Thanks for tuning in. Out here fishing for catfish and bluegill. Caught a couple really nice bluegill so far. I'm hoping to catch a big catfish. That's really what I want to hook. Pike, rainbow trout, large or smallmouth bass. Okay. Yeah. Have you ever eaten pike? And is that a good fish to eat? I know trout is a good fish to eat. I've never eaten pike before, but I've heard people catching them and talk about them, but I don't know if there's something that people like to eat or what. Pike's tasty. Catch anything while I was gone. Just a couple of bluegill. I don't know if you've seen me when I caught the bluegill. Did you see the bluegill that I caught? Catch anything while I was gone. Okay. Yeah. No, we hadn't caught anything yet. Hopefully we catch something here soon though. Felt like I had a couple little bumps on this pole over here. I'm gonna go check it real quick and see what it is. Hey, what's up, JJ? I'm in South Carolina, probably about 30 minutes from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Long, South Carolina. Which is actually a big rock quarry that they dug out 25 years ago for the highway. And then it's real deep. It's probably 60 feet deep in the middle. And I put big catfish like 3 foot long years ago, probably at least 20 years ago in here. So I know there's some big fish in here. And I've caught some big fish out of here. I'm gonna go check this line real quick. Oh, we got something, guys. We got a, oh, he got off. He got off. Oh, man. I don't know what that was. That was probably a catfish. Oh, that was probably a catfish on there that time. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Just gotta get it back in the water as fast as I can. Oh, no. What the hell? Hit the tree limb over top, knocked all my bait off the wood. Yeah, just missed a nice one. What's going on, John? Thanks for tuning in. Smoking that OG Gorilla Glue, baby. I'm just messing with you. Nah, it's just this little cigarette. It's a cigarette. I like to have one every once in a while. Kind of helps keep the bugs off of me, too. John, you fish at all? Yeah. Them old raw cone cigarettes. Brandon, what type of fish you fish for? Or do you guys even fish at all? Anything that bites, but mostly bass and crappie, yeah. Yeah, I love the crappie fish. Do you ever crappie fish using a cork on the top and then let the hook go down about 2.5, 3 feet and then put like a minnow, a fake minnow on there? I'm not a fake minnow, but like a live minnow for the crappie. Or do you use the spinner bait? Which one do you think you like better? Depends on the day. They can be picky. Yeah. Yeah, we usually go in the fall around here when it cools down. In the fall and the spring is the best time to catch those here, the crappie. Summertime too, but when it gets too hot, a lot of stuff doesn't even want to bite. I was surprised that anything bit this evening, but I had a feeling they were going to because it rained a little bit. Well, it rained most of the day and it cooled everything down a little bit. Did you say you're smoking a cigarette? Yeah, one of those raw cone cigarettes. Some old raw cone cigarettes. It's just to keep the bugs away. How are you doing anyways? But thank you for jumping on here. just recently got a boat with live scope. That's a game changer for, yeah, you know what? I've seen that. Is that like that big, tall thing? It's kind of round on the top, and then at the bottom, it's real big and round, and you can stick it on top of the water, and then you look down in it, and you can see like the bottom. Because I think I've seen that on TikTok or some advertisement. Have you caught any fish yet? Yeah, I caught some fish. Yeah, let me show you what I got. Yeah, look at the size of these bluegill. Look how fat they are. Things are huge. They're like bigger than my hand. Like big, big, nice fish. Got some weight to them too. Good pan-sized frying fish right there. How would you cook them? I'll fry them. Yeah, they're pretty good sized fish. I'll fry them. Me and my neighbor's supposed to have a fish fry, and I'm catching whatever I can. He's keeping them. He's taking them and cleaning them, stocking them up, and we're gonna have a good fish fry. So I'm keeping whatever I catch if he's big enough to eat. But if I know he can get bigger, he's gonna get a lot bigger. I'm gonna let him go. I actually may end up cutting out of here soon because my phone's getting down to 10% and I'm about to lose battery life. But I'll ride it out for as long as I can. But if I don't close the live out before it dies, I'll lose the whole live and it won't count for me on my YouTube channel. I'll still get the subscribers, but they won't post the video up for me. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Thank you for hopping in. Pat, pat, pat. Pat, pat, pat. Hope you have a good night, or I don't know if you're leaving or whatever, but yeah, I'm trying to enjoy myself all I can out here. Yeah, I'm gonna come home soon. I love you. I ain't trying to get stuck out here in this hole at nighttime with no light and no phone. There's too many alligators. I was surprised I haven't seen any tonight. The water's so calm. Yeah, I'll give it a few more minutes. I'm gonna check all the bait real quick. Bait the hooks if I need bait them back up, throw them back out. Give it another 5-10 minutes and then I'm gone. But like every fisherman always says, next cast is gonna be the last cast. But they might say it a million times. Something took the bait on that one, so we got a bite. Get it back out there and see if we can't get one. Did you get something good? Got a couple nice bluegill. I don't know if you can see them or not, but there they are right there. Really good sized bluegill. Perfect fish to eat. Really good fish to eat. Giving them to my neighbor. He's been saving them all up. We're gonna have a big fish fry. Me, him, and his brother. I think it's his brother, his cousin, and a few other people. Thanks, Bubbles. Thanks for tuning in. And you guys, please, if you don't mind, hey Reed, the owner, thanks for tuning in. Trick Shot Crazy Jer, thanks for tuning in. Hey all you guys. Acid, thanks for tuning in. Fishing for catfish, bluegill. Caught a couple nice bluegill already. But now that it's starting to get dark, we may catch some catfish, but I'm gonna have to hang it up here soon because my phone's. So I'm gonna give it a few more minutes and then I'm gonna. What's going on, baseball? What's going on, baseball, Billsy? Zesty? Everybody's got some crazy names out here. Sometimes it's hard to read them. And my eyes are getting bad too. Oh, got one, got one. Got one, guys. Got a big one. Got a nice one. Yeah. Yeah, we got a nice one. Yes, sir. Yeah, don't you love the sound of that? Ripping them lips, baby. Big fish in. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. What we got here? It's coming close. Oh, it's a big old bluegill. Big one. I mean a giant one. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that bluegill right there, guys. That's a nice catch. That's a big old nice, beautiful bluegill right there. Nice fry size. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, came into a nice sound, huh? Yeah, that was a good little hit right there. That was perfect. My favorite sound. Wow, I don't know if you guys can see or not. It's starting to get dark. But dark. We've caught some really, really nice big bluegill um, so far. Gotten a really good few fish. But yeah, I guess my phone's about to die. My daughter keeps calling me, so I gotta check and make sure she's okay. But yeah, we've caught a few fish today. Pretty nice ones. Real nice bluegills fishing on the bottom with night crawlers, red worms. I'm gonna be coming out again doing lives every chance I could get, and I'm gonna be making videos. Check me out on YouTube, Lower State Records. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll go back and I'll check you guys out as soon as I can. I'm really busy, but I will check you guys out. I'll subscribe back and I'll check your videos out and like them too. But you guys, I'm about to close it up so I can get up the hill before it gets too late. Hope you guys have a good night. One.